You are now rocking, and I mean rocking, with the Rockers Round Robin slash Rockers Propaganda channel. I'm your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter slash X at AK Infinity underscore BVS. Let's get it rocking tonight, man. Hope everybody out there had a nice little happy holidays. Hope everybody had a nice little Christmas yesterday. Except that one dude I know they be hate watching me. I hope you didn't have no happy holiday now. You probably watching this right now, mad in the mud. But anyway, yeah, man, Rockers got the Pelicans again. Got the Pelicans again this week. We are on the road. This is Trap Game Central. Trap Game Central. It's the third game of a road trip. Yeah, look light on paper, but again, ain't no games being played on paper. They played on the hardwood. And you know, sometimes games like this they just test your mental, especially the day after Christmas. You know, we're gonna see who ate too much, who drank too much eggnog, and all of that, man. We're gonna find out something about these dudes. This game, man. Rockets are currently riding a 3-game win streak. 3-game win streak, and they are sitting second in the West right now. Good kudos to these guys, because again, like we've been saying all season, they really ahead of schedule at this point. They really ain't got no business being second seed right now at this stage of the rebuild. So kudos to Udoka and Stone for putting us all together and being at this point in the season to have a game like this that we can say is a trap game at this point of the season. So good job to them, man. We got what, 20 wins already? We 20-9. We got 20 wins before 2025, man, before the calendar split. Imagine that. I don't think we got our 20th win last season until maybe end of January or so, because I know we had like a rough January last season. So, you know, you take a good zoom out. You know what I'm saying? Everything is looking up. Everything is looking good, man. Everything is looking good in the big picture. Small picture, you know, we still got some offensive issues. I think some hierarchy issues. I think, you know, shot distribution issues as far as, you know, who to go to in certain situations, what kind of sets we're supposed to run, and who's supposed to be getting the ball in those sets, who are these sets designed to feature, and all of this, because you really just can't tell from game to game to game to game to game. But that's small. Those are small pictures. I mean, small issues in the big picture, man. Tonight, again, we got the Pelicans. We're going to have to see CJ McCollum again, DeJounte Murray, Herb Jones, Yves Missy. I like that kid, by the way. And who was the other cat? Oh, Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy had a nice little game on this last game. We're going to have to watch him. We're gonna have to watch him again tonight. I'd probably say he my X factor tonight for the Pelicans. For the Rockets, once again, our X factor is gonna be Cam Whitmore. We need to keep building on the confidence that he's regaining. Not that he really lost any, because Cam's a confident guy. You can tell from how he play and the kind of shots he take. He be taking the most confident shots of all time. So. But we got to build on his momentum right now, man. We got to keep on making sure, you know what I'm saying, we keep him engaged on the offensive end so he can be engaged defensively as well. He's one of those guys where if he's feeling it offensively, he'll be a little bit more locked in on defense. Now, I did X Factors first. I don't know why I did that first when I'm supposed to do who's scrapping. I know, man, the people that I would really think was going to scrap with the Rockets, like Jose Alvarado, he's hurt right now. I don't know if he's playing tonight. If anybody know that, please let me know, because I don't know. But I say for the Rockets, I think Dylan. I think Dylan Brooks is going to be sitting out this game. We got a back-to-back. We're playing the Timberwolves tomorrow night. And Tari is supposed to be a game-time decision tonight. So I don't know if we don't know if he's going to play or not. Just want to throw that in there before I forget. But yeah, scrappers of the night, man. Let's say Jalen gonna scrap with DeJounte Murray tonight, man. I want to see that. Or probably Herb Jones. I know Herb Jones last game, you know, Jalen kind of, did his thing on them last game, and I know Herb Jones want to get some of that get back. Because these dudes are competitors, man. You see somebody one night that did you in, next time you get a chance, you're trying to right their wrong. So maybe Herb Jones probably get a little physical with Jalen tonight. But most NBA defenses, they switch a lot anyway, so probably not going to be a whole lot of one-on-one with Jalen and Herb Jones anyway. All right, so no Tari and no Dylan tonight. All right, cool. That's just cool because that means more Cam Whitmore. So I'm not really tripping. Okay, so you got DeJounte and Amen. Okay. I can I see that? Maybe. I could probably see that. Good thing about this Rockets team is ain't nobody no punk, man. There's no punks on this squad whatsoever. Ain't nobody weak. Ain't nobody no pushover. You get in somebody's face. First of all, you get in one Rockets face, and they finna swarm you. They're like a pack of wolves. Ain't nobody getting pushed over on these Rockets, man. You might get over on one possession, and then that's about it for the rest of the game. But yeah, I said X Factor already. You already went over the scrappers. Let's touch on. I kind of want to talk some of the Christmas game day basketball games yesterday, man. Because really, I don't expect this game to be too close tonight. Like I always say, you don't lace them up to lose, but you just never know. But ain't really a whole lot to talk about before this game. AP say X Factor is Cam tonight. We'll see. Yeah, of course, Cam them X Factor, bro. But he got to make good on that. And do what he did last season, which is once you get your playing time, you got to make it hard for the coaching staff to get you out of the rotation. So Cam just got to keep doing what he's doing, and everything that's for him is going to come to him. So I'm not really too much tripping on that. But yeah, man, some of the Christmas Day games yesterday, man, I ain't going to lie, it ain't the worst thing in the world that the Rockets didn't have a Christmas Day game last night on Christmas Day, but damn it, Chris, over under 15 minutes. Over. Hell yeah. Oh, he might have 25 minutes or more. Yeah, for sure. He gonna see a lot of that floor, which means Amen Thompson probably gonna start tonight, and Cam probably mess around and be the first person off the bench anyway. So yeah, he gonna see like maybe 25 minutes tonight. And if he does, that means we blowing him out or getting blown out. Pause. Lord have mercy. But yeah, Christmas Day. We ain't had no Christmas Day game this past last night. Mostly because we didn't really deserve it, but you could also say the Spurs didn't deserve it either because they was worse than us, way worse than us last year. But we get it. NBA politics, they got Wemby, but it's cool. It's cool to fly under the radar sometimes because it's easier to go box somebody. This is well, not just boxing. This is a combat sports analogy. It's easier for the lesser known commodity to go into a fight short notice or into any fight really, because if they're not watching the film on you, how is the coaching staff going to prepare a game plan for their fighter to come fight you? You know what I'm saying? You're not getting that attention. You don't know what your reputation is. You might hear some things here or there. Yeah, some people know, okay, the Rockets is physical or whatever, but yeah, cool, they second seed, but it's just the Rockets. Like, who they really got? They ain't got no all-stars. They ain't got no all-NBA. They ain't got no all-defense. They don't have no nothing. They just a little cute little team that's going on a little run. All right, cool. Y'all keep thinking that. So I'm not really tripping on us having a lack of Christmas Day games or nationally televised games because, like I said, when we got to go see these guys, they got to see us too. Like, ain't nobody just looking one way. Both was looking at each other, and if one person not looking, you know what they say? It's the shots that hit you that knock you out that you ain't see. The ones that you see, them not the ones knocking you out. The ones you don't see, I'm the ones putting you to sleep. So Rockets just got to keep, grinding away. Eventually, I think part of the problem too is the Rockets don't really have the most exciting offense, although they had their moments. They do have their moments when they get out on a break, when they choose to play fast. Quite entertaining, I must say. But we got all these athletes, and we actually get a chance to put all of that athleticism on display. It's for sure on display defensively, though, for sure. But, defense ain't really what sell tickets in the NBA. Well, not really in no sport. Nobody really cares about defense. If you look at the rules and how they make the rules, they make all of these rules because they're trying to encourage more offense, more viewership, especially from casual fans. Hardcore fans of any sport are the only ones that really care about defense because we understand that matters too in the big picture. Defense raises your floor, which is why. Oh, let me see. Chris G say underdog. Good point. Yeah, of course, man. Rockets got an underdog mentality, even though they're really not even the underdog going into most of these games. Got to keep that edge. Man. And Ime, if you hear Ime talk, he makes some boxing references a lot too. Like the one that he likes is the why am I forgetting his name? Is the Adrian Broner thing where if y'all boxing fans will remember this, when he had that little press conference, he said, anybody can get it. I'm the can man. Africans, Jamaicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it. And Ime always talks about making that reference for the guys, man. But yeah, like that's these guys' mentality, man. You got to keep that in. Got to keep that mentality, number one, because your mentality gonna follow you wherever you go. You can have a good game, bad game. But if your mentality right, you'll be able to weather the storm, and you're gonna come out more times than not. You're gonna come out on the right end of that. So, good job on Ime and guys like Dylan and Jeff and Fred for cultivating this kind of a culture for this team, for these young guys. Because now you can see times when now Dylan is not here, we still play with that same edge though. We play like he's still, suited up. You know what I'm saying? We still play like that. So I love it, man. I love to see it. But next season, I think is going to be the time when we get some more nationally televised games, especially if we have a good showing in the playoffs. And I'm off that play-in stuff now. I'm off of that. It's playoffs. Anything less than playoffs this season to me is going to be disappointing, to say the least. But yeah, it's playoffs. Now, before the season started, I had us 4th seed, 48 wins, just because I thought the top of the West was just kind of going to be more or less a jungle, more or less a Serengeti. If y'all know what the Serengeti is, type Serengeti in the comments. But yeah, I'm not off the 48 wins quite yet though, because we're gonna see what this January look like. We got a stretch of tough teams coming ahead of us, man. And I don't necessarily mean to look past the Pelicans tonight or the Minnesota Timberwolves tomorrow night. I know the Timberwolves just came off a good win against the Mavericks on the road. Anthony Edwards had a good showing in that fourth quarter, and again, like I said earlier, man, he gonna want some get back against the Rockets because the way we did them last time, yeah, we got physical with them. We took the fight to them, and they couldn't exactly deal with what we had coming for them. So they're gonna want to get some of that back tomorrow night. So I don't know what the minutes distribution gonna look like a whole lot tonight. We might see some guys play. Maybe the veterans may play a little less minutes so they can have fresher legs for tomorrow. You see, get on the 50-win train and come on. Nah, I'm not getting on the 50-win train. I'm not doing it. Not now. To me, it's still early. Like, I don't believe in changing none of that until we get to like the halfway point. Halfway point, then I can start looking like, okay, maybe it is time to adjust. To me, it's still a little early. And then, or at least let January come around. I know it's late December, but at least let January come around before you can start, making some adjustments. Or maybe I'm just being stubborn, bro. Maybe that's what my problem is. Blazy say, worried there's gonna be a trap game after Christmas praying. Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying at the beginning of the video, man. Trap game alert. We're gonna find out who ate too much or who ate bad yesterday, who drank too much eggnog, who maybe had a little bit of too much liquor in their system yesterday. We're gonna see. But we're gonna see who kept it professional and come out tonight with good, solid energy. And, you see a team reeling like the Pelicans, you got to make sure if they want to feel good, it ain't going to be against us. Y'all going to feel good against somebody else, though. That's what, I would say that's probably like one of the next steps for this team. We actually been taking care of business on some of these bad teams, but we've actually had business taken care of against us too with some of these bad teams. Portland being one, Hornets being another one. So I know we still got to see Portland again. And we already saw them twice, but we got to see them again. We got to right that wrong. We already righted the wrong against the Hornets a few days ago. Hold on, we got another comment. Blaze said, other than the Spurs and Hornets game from the great start, I feel like we've taken care of business. Yeah, the Spurs win. I don't think that's the Spurs loss. I don't think that's a bad loss no more because they looking like a playoff team. Or playing-in team at worst. So that loss isn't really aging that bad. The same with the Bucks loss. I know we lost to them at a time when they were reeling. Like people was talking about trade Giannis to Houston and all of that. But they've since righted the ship. So that loss is also aging well. That's why I say, man, early in the season, man, we can't really just jump to too many heavy conclusions because it's still early in the season, good or bad. I know this is me talking out of both sides of my mouth because I just said earlier, I kind of had us 48 wins, but now I'm like, nah, we firmly in the playoffs. Ain't no playing talk no more. Blazy said, when it comes to bad team, for sure. AP say, yeah, we need a Houston win, strong Christmas win. Yeah, because we want to put the league on notice like, hey, see, y'all ain't put us on Christmas Day. Maybe you should have. Now take a look at this. Watch what we come here and do with these Pelicans. Maybe next time you're gonna put us on more, high-profile games. The league ain't marketing Houston, but that's all good. The league don't have to market Houston. Houston needs to market Houston. We got to get all the fans on board. We got to get Toyota Center packed during all of these home games. We got to make sure, we're doing our part on social media. I know a lot of us like to clown our own players. Some justified, some kind of over the top. Overboard and all of that, but let's get on the bandwagon. Let's try to get some of these, fans who have kind of fallen off on Rockets basketball. Let's kind of get them back on the bandwagon, man. Let's cultivate a little bit more positivity in the fan base, man. One of our players have a bad game. Hey, man, it's a rough night. You get them next time. They have a good game. I want you to overrate it the same way ESPN overrate everything the Lakers do good. Please. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. Like, we need to make sure we, taking care of this Rockets team. Where the fans at? The fans not in the arena like that. And Ime Udoka said, you got to give them something to cheer for. You got to give them something to show up for. So, as they're doing that, we got to make sure we do our part too. Now, let's go out to the games. Like I said, wear your Rockets paraphernalia everywhere you go. If you go to another city, don't wear that city stuff. Wear your Rockets stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I go to Dallas, I make sure I wear something from Houston. Piss off everybody that I see. I once went to Utah wearing a James Harden jersey. Yeah, I thought I was going to get killed or kidnapped. Ain't none one of them things happen, but it's all good. Admiral says, hey, dude, that's some good-ass music in the background. Man, I took this music from like a generic song from this. I think I took it from YouTube or something and just put it in the background. That's it, man. But appreciate you, though. I'm glad somebody else got good taste in some strings like I do, man. No, man, AP said because the Texans got smacked on Netflix last night. Beyonce cooked, though. First of all right, confession time. Man, there was no way I was going to watch no football yesterday. Christmas Day that's NBA Day, man. I don't know why the NFL wanted to come and insert their nuts where it didn't belong, bro. What are y'all doing? Y'all got Thanksgiving Day. The NBA don't interrupt Thanksgiving Day. We don't play no games Thanksgiving Day. But here y'all come on Christmas Day trying to make a name for yourself. Now look at you. NBA had the highest ratings in the last 5 years, they said, on Christmas Day. And this was with y'all trying to take over some of that viewership. You tried it, though. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm an NFL fan, too. I used to be a way bigger NFL fan than NBA fan. No. I'm a bigger NBA fan because I love basketball more. But the NFL is a better league than the NBA. I'm going to just keep it a buck. Somebody probably gonna disagree with me on that. The NFL dominated viewership, 65 million. Oh, they did? Well, good for them. The Texans got dominated by the Ravens, though. How we only scored 2 points? Man, I ain't watched 1 cent of that game. I wasn't finna do that. I already knew what time it was. The way we play defense on the Texans, I knew Lamar Jackson was gonna eat that up. And our defense, their defense is good, and our offense, man, listen. Like I say a lot, the Rockets and the Texans sort of mirror each other. Coaches, star players, defense, offense, super elite, offense. Man, let me leave the offense alone. I think I've talked too much about the offense. But at least the Texans got an excuse. They had injuries, but Bobby Slowick, man, Bobby Slowick will sit there and call some of the. I know we talk about how we don't use certain players right on the Rockets. We can say the same thing about the Texans, man. I know what's his name got hurt. Tank Dell got hurt. But when Tank Dell was healthy, why we ain't never run no bubble screens or reverses for Tank Dell? Like it'd be stuff like that. Like, but anyway, let me not get on my NFL stuff, bro. Let me keep the basketball, bro. Hold on. Blazy say NFL got way better parity, especially during the damn Cleveland and GSW. Yeah, NFL got hella parity. Matter of fact, the fact that in the playoffs is one and done makes it a lot more exciting because you might be the better team, but you might not have a better day. That's all that matters. Who was better on that day? That's all that matters, man. That's all. And then the nature of the sport is that of which, it's a collision sport. Somebody get hit the wrong way, change the trajectory of a franchise. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Some dudes may come back never the same again, or they come back shell-shocked because of how they got hit or how they got hurt, and they don't want it to happen again. They play scared the rest of their careers and all of that. Yeah, but NFL do have hella parity, though. Hella parity. And guess what? When you watch national media football, they don't just talk about the Cowboys. They don't just talk about the Chiefs. Man, they talk about the Lions. They talk about the Bears. They talk about they talk about the Texans. They talk about the Miami Dolphins. They talk about the Chargers. They talk about everybody. Not evenly, but they still reference everybody. And then another thing too is there's not necessarily a home broadcast with the NFL. It's every game more or less is nationally televised. There may not be a primetime game, but they nationally televised like they all on the CBS's. Of course, Monday Night Football is on ESPN, and Sunday Night Football is on NBC, and so on and so forth. And then Thursday Night Football is on NFL Network, all primetime games. But other than that, it's on CBS and Fox. That's where you'll catch the games at. There's not like necessarily like a home broadcast team and all of that. So NFL is definitely getting their part right. Chris say Lions, Tigers, Bears. Oh my, you a fool. That boy's a fool. Admiral say I get the impression that the major NBA media types don't watch any games, especially not beginning to end. Hell no, they've admitted it. They don't. All right, how about this, bro? Let's do this. So in the NFL, right, if there's a player that's disgruntled, they're not automatically just talking about trade them to the Cowboys, because as much as the Cowboys lose, they're the moneymaker in the NFL, bar none. Like, it's not even arguable. I would like to BS that and say that they're not, but I can't even BS that. But it's the Cowboys. But every time somebody's disgruntled, you don't hear about them trying to go to the Cowboys. You don't hear about players forcing their way to the Cowboys. But in the NBA, man, you have a couple of bad games and they already writing articles about who you should get traded to, and it's usually the Lakers. Lakers always, the three teams that be on everybody's list: the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Miami Heat. And 14, the Knicks be on there too, and they don't never pull no trigger on nothing. But yeah, like NBA media, they just be on some BS. They really just be on some BS. I think somebody had called, I forgot who it was that called out Stephen A. Smith live on air and was like, every time there's a player that come available, you always talking about train them to the Lakers or train them to the Knicks. I was like, yep, but that's what y'all do. Y'all been doing that for the better part of what? 15 years? I mean, every time a player disgruntled, Lakers name come up. Or every time a team may start off slow, here everybody go with these stupid trade proposals that don't be making nobody sense. Oh, what's good, brother? Just a reminder, Trey J. See, AD, bro, I've been training for you, bro. When we gonna get this boxing match popping? If we need a gym to go to, I might have a connect or two. But you and me? Now, I told you, you probably gonna knock me clean out. That's probably gonna happen. However, we gonna make this the best 20-second fight of all time. But like I said, please be nice to me. My wife gonna watch. I gotta go home to my wife, bro. You can't make me look like no punk in front of my wife, bro. Come on now. All right, AD? All right, cool. We good? We good. But yeah, NBA media, I've had this complaint for years, man. Like, and then we want to complain about ratings being down. You got I might do a whole video on this. I'll probably put this on the Rockets Round Robin channel, where we're gonna talk about I'm gonna get my take on the whole NBA ratings being down and why. You got stuff like who the media is talking about all the time. The media is only feeding you Lakers and LeBron and Steph Curry. That's all they talk about. They got a segment for each one of them every day in the news cycle, all the time. In the NFL, everybody get a piece of the pie. NBA, absolutely not. Let me specify the media pie. In the NBA, you got issues of agents having a little bit too much power and say so about how not just players, but how some teams make certain decisions. There's that issue, Rich Paul. You got the issue of the referees. It's a problem to me. I'm probably giving away some of the juice, but I'm gonna expand on it a little bit more in a different video down the line. But you got now. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping or not. You can't tell me I'm lying. There's people out there that actually bet on NBA games according to who the referee is. Like, there was a time when if Scott Foster was refereeing a Rockets game, put all your money put the house on the other team. Rockets ain't winning because he got the like players having beefs with referees is too common in the NBA. You seen how that one referee tried to eject Andre Drummond after Wemby flipped. After Wemby flopped. And then they went and did a review, and Andre Drummond ended up being unejected because he didn't do nothing, and Wemby flopped. That same referee that tried to call that ended up ejecting Joel Embiid later on from what I thought was a pretty soft, okay, I thought it was a no call. I thought it would probably been best to have a no call on that. But Embiid got Wilson for a charge. And he got upset. He threw a fit. Same referee ejected him. I'm like, yo. And then you watch some of these games and you see Aaron Holiday the other day. When Aaron Holiday is getting ejected from a basketball game, that's how you know the referees is on some BS, dog. That's just how you know. I need an explanation for this, man. I need an explanation. It be stuff like that. Reason why the ratings is down, man. I mean, there's other stuff too, like play style. Like, for example, they shoot too many threes. They don't let nobody play defense. Yeah, that's some of that. That's some of the reason why the ratings is down and all of that. But I think it's some of the other stuff off the court that's doing the damage, man, to me. Because if it wasn't so much the on-court stuff, if it was so much the on-court stuff, there's no reason why the Rockets should have. I mean, not the Rockets. There's no reason why the NBA would have a 5-year high of Christmas Day ratings. There's no reason for that, in my opinion. Now I get it, it's just one day, but still, man. If it was that bad, they wouldn't even want to watch. They'll watch something else. They'll put some Christmas movies on or something. Put some Home Alone on or something. They didn't do that. They was watching basketball. And there was some good games on yesterday. Some really good games on. I don't think the product is the reason why people are watching less. I think it's a whole bunch of other stuff like outside of their control. And it's the betting thing too. The betting thing. And then also the NBA, I know everything, I hate to get political, but the NBA leans, they do a lot of political stuff, and it just turns off a lot of the country that otherwise would probably be watching. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or whatever it is. I'm not saying what it is or not. I'm just saying that could be a thing, because the NFL, I'm looking at these other leagues, and the NFL is the standard, period. The NFL is the standard. NFL gets the ratings. They got all the cool stuff. They promote their product well. They push the shield. They push the logo on the helmet more than they do individual players for the most part. NBA used to be like that too, but I get it. It's a different sport. It's a different thing. The NFL, they wear helmets, big old pads, and a face mask, so you can't really see them like that. NBA, it's a jersey and some shorts. They market in your shoes. Hell, they got these patches on your jerseys now for advertising and all of that. And another thing too is star players sitting out for rest and all of that, bro. Like, it's just, we're gonna go into it. I'll probably or I'm just trying to just clip this and upload it to the channel. Who knows? I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Y'all notice I ain't been uploading a whole lot lately. If it ain't alive, I ain't doing it. I ain't got time like that, man. But anyway, tip off gonna start here in a little bit, man. Like I said, I hope everybody had a nice little Merry Christmas. Everybody except that one dude that I know was hate watching me. I see you, boy. I see you. I know you there in the crowd. Why don't you say something in the chat, bro? Let me know that you're watching, even though you're gonna act like you're not watching. Yeah, man. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a Happy New Year, and spending time with your families and all that. Time of the year, man, where everybody just gotta chill out, reflect, do some reflecting, recharge for 2025. Just like I know these NBA teams is gonna do, because usually the NBA start really rocking in January. You really start to see who separate themselves from the pack and all that. So maybe we should do the same. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I may or may not do a halftime show, just depending on how I feel. If the game is a blowout at halftime, I'm not coming on here. I'm not. If it's close, I'm gonna come on here and do a little bit of complaining and talk about what I see. But anyway, it's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK_VVS. This is the Rockets Round Robin and Rockets Propaganda channel. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe to all of that. Check out the description box below. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All of y'all come back again, and we out.